ignore my hair, please. I didn't, put any leave-in conditioner or anything. I didn't get ready at all. I'm sitting here doing some work for my website. I love to do, like, I have an iPad, I have all that fancy stuff. I have, built-in things to help me on my laptop, but I don't know, it's, to me, writing things is like the most efficient and most effective way. I write all my travel plans, get done on paper, not on my phone, not on my iPad, not on my laptop. All my everything. I love paper, I love writing, I love keeping things, trying to push back against technology. Although I do love technology. But anyways, I'm sitting here writing my travel plans, and also I'm doing inventory right now for my website, which I do want to tell you guys that the last of the oils, these oils are about to be wiped clean off of my website because I'm about to leave Dubai. So I've been selling the top 3 or top 4 best, most popular hair growth oils in Dubai on my website, and I just wanted to quickly let you guys know that they're on sale. All the oils are on sale because I'm about to leave Dubai and I need to get rid of the last of them. So the Rosemary Neem oil is on sale. You can get 2 of the oils. They're on sale for, I think, $17. This Naranta oil, which is huge in Dubai, it's got like 6 herbs in it, and it has that cooling effect. So you can use it to massage your body as well. It's a huge popular oil here in Dubai for hair growth because it gives that cooling sensation. So it's really relieving if you have like dry, itchy scalp. And then the belle of the ball, the Amla oils, the Middle Eastern Amla oils that you can only get in the Middle East. You can get a set of 2 of these on my website for sale. All of it's on sale. I'll link it all down below because I need to get rid of all the oils I purchased, and before I leave here, get out of Dubai and have some travels through the Middle East. So yeah, they're all on sale, and I just want to link those down below. Go grab them, you guys, because when they're gone, and I will replace, not hair growth oils, I'll put new stuff on my website, but it won't be hair growth oil. So if you want any of the hair growth oils, they're all on sale on my website, and I'm just doing inventory right now and shipping. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in today's video. I want to talk about my travel plans, where I'm going, and I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, and I want to talk about my assistant. I've been looking for an assistant. So yeah, first I want to get into the war. So it's interesting watching everything kind of go down on the internet, because it's so crazy to me that so many people feel they know everything about what's going on, and with Palestine and with Israel, and I'm just like, what is it about this generation that we feel we know everything? I think it's the news. I think the news makes us feel like, well, if I say this, then it's true and you should believe it, and there's no reason to question. But as somebody who has traveled the world, I've been places nobody goes. I lived in China for about 5 years, and when I moved to China, that was my first realization that, oh my gosh, the news is not right. I never knew that before, because before I moved to China, I had never left the United States before. So I had no other reason to think that, why would the news lie? I was always believing everything that was on the news until I moved to China, and I was like, wait a minute. they're straight up lying about China. Like, I'm living here, I'm in it, and they're just lying. And I would ask my Chinese friends, what do you guys feel about the fact that America just lies about you guys, and all the lies I believe, they're just like, what can we do? And so it was my first realization that you just cannot believe something because someone said it. And I've been to Afghanistan 3 times, and I'm about to go back. And that's my favorite country. Besides, it's not my favorite country because Japan exists. If Japan did not exist, Afghanistan would be my favorite country. And when I went there, my whole brain just exploded, and I feel like I became a different person. Like, my entire, everything I thought I knew, everything about life, everything changed when I went to Afghanistan, because they are the kindest, sweetest, even the Taliban people. And I'm like, everyone just lies on them. How can this be? How can this be that you can just completely say false stuff about people, like, and that everyone believes it? So anyways, I've been in Afghanistan, and I know firsthand that you can't just believe whatever is on the news. So I digress. All this stuff going on with Palestine and Israel, I think it's really complicated. I think it goes back far before a lot of us were born. It's a deep issue. And for so many people on the internet, almost everyone, to say, I stand with this country, I stand with that country, to me, it's just like, how can you know? You know what I mean? I feel incredibly, not confused, but I feel like there's a lot I don't know. But I don't know if it's unfortunate, because a lot of people say that you should see the things that are going on, shouldn't close your eyes to them. So, but to me, it's horrific. I was watching the things that were going down. Unfortunately, it seemed like there was a time where things were blocked on the internet. Certain things are, it's funny. But these days, everything's on the internet. And I knew what I was watching, but I didn't know I was going to see everything. But I watched the things that were going down in Israel, and I honestly had to pray and ask God to take it off of my mind and my heart, because I couldn't. It was too heavy. It was like too much, and I couldn't sleep. And it was horrific. I literally watched a video of a man being decapitated by the Hamas person. They had already mutilated his body and killed him, and he was a little bit alive. His head was just moving like this, just and they took a shovel and started to decapitate him, and the entire video is on the internet. And women being raped, and I watched, this broke my heart, a woman, her fiance, can you imagine that? Her fiance had to watch her get captured. She was captured by Hamas as a hostage. They were taking her hostage, and they were telling her fiance, we're gonna rape her, you're never gonna see her again. And I'm pretty sure they made good on their word. And there's no words for that kind of stuff. It's absolutely pure evil. But I'm not taking a side, because I feel I don't know anything. It's like if a couple came up to me and they were arguing and they were like, who's right? You know, if there was a not married, or just a couple, and they were feuding, and the couple asked me that I don't know, who's right? Am I right or is he right? I don't know anything about your relationship. I don't know, you know? I don't know anything. How could I? So I went and purchased some books online. They haven't come in the mail yet, but I want to know. I think honestly this feud between Palestine and Israel is so deep rooted, and I know a lot of people that take sides. Like if you have Palestinian roots, I saw everyone with Palestinian roots saying this is a good thing, Israel saying Israel's right. I honestly don't have an opinion. I feel that I don't know enough. Honestly, I have been to Israel twice, and I have been to Palestine once, about 4 years ago. The videos are somewhere on this channel. I've been to Palestine and Israel, yes. Been in Jerusalem, been everywhere. I've been to the West Bank, all of it. But I don't know. I know some things, but I don't know enough to say this country's right and this country's wrong. And I don't know how many people feel that they can know. Like, how could you possibly know if, especially if you've never left your little life, you know, and you might say, well, I saw on the internet. Well, I don't always trust everything that's on the internet. There's tons of lies about me on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And about every person, if you know anybody that lives online, that has an online presence, they will say, yeah, there's tons of lies about me on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's what the internet is. You know what I mean? It's just a place where anybody can say anything. So, and I remember when I went to Afghanistan, CNN reached out to me and they asked me to do an interview about my experience in Afghanistan. And then they sent me an email saying all the stuff that I'm not allowed to say. They're like, you have to condemn the Taliban. You have to say that they treated you terribly and that you were scared. And I was saying, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to lie. The Taliban I met with telling me that the world lies about them. You know, and they were saying that they have no leg to stand on. It does not matter what they say because the world has already made their mind up about the Taliban. They were telling me that Taliban just means student of God. The word Taliban just means student. And they say that they're students of God. I literally sat down with the president of Afghanistan, the head Taliban, and he was telling me, we are not bad people. We do not harm unless it's 100% necessary, like any military would, you know, and does in every country. And they said they wanted to take their country back, which I understand. They wanted their country back. They hadn't had it since the 60s. And they're not bad people. And they were the ones being oppressed. They were the ones being treated badly, but the world flipped it and said the opposite. So anyways, they were like, we were being treated terribly by the US troops that were in our country. We were being treated terribly. All the stuff you're seeing online, the same stuff was going down in Afghanistan. But they were saying the US troops were doing it. The US troops were raping our women. The US troops were killing us for no reason and mutilating us for no reason just because we were Taliban. Anyways, the world is like this, you guys. Like, the world is like he said, she said. And I feel like you have to use your intellect. And sometimes it's not that clean cut, you know what I mean? And I feel like I don't know enough, honestly. I don't know enough about Israel and Palestine, but I do know that the videos I witnessed were absolutely horrific. I saw people watching their families being killed. I watched children, and this is so sad because these individuals have nothing to do with the war. You know, they're just collateral damage. Because the individuals, they're just living their everyday life. They have nothing to do with the oppression in Palestine, or you know what I mean? So it's just sad that these people had to pay. Especially, and there was a lot of foreigners there that had to pay. And I always say to God, every time I travel anywhere, protect me, because I don't know where a war is gonna pop off and when. I have no idea. And I could be in a country one day and a war pops off and I get, you know, hurt because of that. Like, but I ask God's protection every place I go, because I don't know when a war is gonna happen, and you don't. Russia could send a missile to the U.S. tomorrow, and there's no way of knowing. So it's like, it's not only travelers who need to be safe. It's the Israelis weren't traveling, you know, and we never know where a war is gonna happen, ever. We don't know what anyone's planning, right? Someone could be planning an attack on any place right now. There's no way of knowing. So that's why I kind of live fearlessly, because there's really no way to justify your fear. Like, you know what I mean? Because anything can happen anytime. So I just choose not to. Traveler on a mission to visit every country in the world, and I have been to more than half of the world already, but there are a lot of countries I have not been to yet and I need to go. So I did get a little pushback from Afghanistan. It wasn't funny, but I was texting my friends in Afghanistan. Well, they texted me. One of my friends in Afghanistan texted me and they were like, "Hey MJ, like, we never know where you are. We hope you're not in Israel right now or anywhere close." And I said, "No, I'm in Dubai. I'm perfectly fine." And they were just saying, they were like, "We're just waiting for us, like Afghanistan, to get blamed for this, because we just get blamed for everything." We're the evil, you know, Knievels. And of course they were. Afghanistan were blamed for maybe supplying weapons to Palestine, to the Hamas people, which is just so ridiculously not true. If anyone has stepped their feet in Afghanistan, you would just see that that's so not true. I met so many Taliban. I don't know how this is gonna come across in this video, but I'll say it anyways. I met so many Taliban that would show me their guns. They would say, "This is my gun, this is the type of gun it is." And there's so many Taliban literally that would say, "This gun sucks." Like, it's terrible, but we don't have enough supplies. Like, we don't have enough stuff in this country. Like, when the US left, and I showed this in my video, if you want to go watch my Afghanistan vlogs, I showed it. There is a market, and it's mainly for the Taliban, and it's all the stuff the US troops left. Because when the US troops left Afghanistan, they got the heck out of there, and they left 99% of their stuff. And even when I was at the market, I went to the market, they allowed me, but they don't allow just anybody to go to that market, but they allowed me, but regular Afghans couldn't just go there. It's for the Taliban. Literally, they were so happy because they were like, "We have stuff." And if you see Taliban, they wear camo. It's all the stuff, everything the Taliban wears right now is stuff that the US troops left, because they didn't have any stuff. Taliban were in hiding for years and years and years, because if they were just out in public, they'd be shot and killed. Just for being Taliban. Just shot and killed by a US troop. Can you imagine? America goes to Afghanistan and just starts killing the authority. Anyways, so they were in hiding for years. When they came out of hiding, it's the first time they're able to live free lives in their own country. And they don't have any stuff. So a lot of their guns were left by US troops, and all of their clothes literally were left by US troops. And they're like, I was like, "Why do you guys wear the US troops clothes if, you know, you didn't like them?" They're like, "One, it's a bit of a sign of disrespect. Like, we got you out of our country and now we're gonna wear your clothes. And also because it's good quality." They're like, "The US, you guys make good boots, good cargo pants, and it's cold in Afghanistan. I mean, and they live rough lives. They're like, the clothes are good quality, you know, so that's why we wear them also." And they're like, "A lot of the guns we have were the guns the US troops left, and we needed stuff." Like, Afghanistan is such a poor, ridiculously poor country. They don't have a lot of stuff. So there's so many Taliban showing me their guns and saying like, it's not that good of a gun. And I got it repaired 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So just to say that Afghan Taliban, like I saw Ben Shapiro say that he thinks that the Taliban supplied the Hamas people. I'm like, Ben Shapiro, I'm sorry, no disrespect. Have you gone to Afghanistan? Because he has so much to say about Afghanistan all the time. He has so much to say. And he's never been. So that means he's going off of somebody else's word. How about you take a trip, Ben, to Afghanistan before you start accusing them of stuff? They did not. I don't believe that they supply the Hamas people. They are not involved in that. And I sat down, Ben. I'm talking to Ben like he's watching. I sat down with the president of Afghanistan. I did. I sat down and we talked face to face, okay? And he told me, did you sit down with the president of Afghanistan, the head Taliban? Okay? No, I don't think you did. So you have so much to say about him all the time. He has so much to say about Afghanistan. And it's people like him that spread this bad reputation about Afghanistan, and they're not doing anything. If you could see how many Taliban were always going to get their guns repaired because the guns are like, they're old and dusty and rusty, and they got to keep them going because they don't have enough guns to circulate around Afghanistan. It's the only thing that they carry it as a sign of authority, because otherwise they have no authority, you know? So anyways, got me mad. But anyways, just to say that Afghanistan supplied weapons to the Hamas is just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I don't believe it's true at all. At all, as someone who's been in Afghanistan, as someone who sat down with the president. And when I sat down with the president, you know what he told me? He said, you want to know what mode we're in? Afghanistan, you want to know what mode we're in right now? Rebuild. Rebuild. We want the world to not hate us. We don't want to be a place everyone's afraid of. We don't want to be known as the villains anymore. We want to rebuild, and we want to make Afghanistan a safe, peaceful place people can travel. They're like Japan. They're like, and once you were warring with Japan, and now you guys love Japan. You guys meaning U.S. Americans, us Americans. He's like, we're in rebuild mode. We want to be a tourist destination. We want people to come here and not be afraid. We want people to not fear us. We are in rebuild mode right now. We are not trying to get into more trouble, meaning more conflict. That's the last thing they want. They're like, the president told me, the president, he's the head Taliban, so he would be like what a president would be, but he's not the president, because there is no president of Afghanistan. They don't have a government. So it's the head Taliban, so he would be equal to the president, right? I sat down with him, and he told me that they're in rebuild mode. Rebuild, and they know they're rebuilding from ashes. So anyways, I was like, do you think since you guys are being blamed for involvement, do you think Israel will try and strike or try and do anything with you? And my friends were texting last night. A lot of them are Taliban. They were saying, we're not sure. We don't know. We never know. That's the thing. The Afghans never know what's going to pop off. They constantly live in defense mode because they never know who's going to strike, who's going to try and come out. You know what I mean? They don't know. They know that they took back their own country by force, but they didn't know what that was going to do, and they knew it was going to make them really weak, and they're a really weak and vulnerable country. So they don't ever know what's going to happen. That's what they told me. They told me an honest answer. We don't know if anything's going to happen. We get blamed for everything, whatever. So maybe Israel will try to strike, but I'm still going to Afghanistan. But I am going to wait about a week and a half. I'm going to wait a week and a half. Maybe things will cool down. I don't know. But I'm still going to go to Afghanistan. And I had a trip planned to Iran, which I don't know if I'm still going to go. I'm not sure. Because Iran did, I think, take ownership. I think the Hamas people did say that Iran helped plan the strike on Israel. So I think, but I'm not sure, Israel is planning an attack on the Hamas on the West Bank and Iran, but I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't know. So I did have a trip planned to Iran. I was going to go to all those countries right there after Afghanistan. So I think I'm still going to go. I hope a war doesn't pop off. But if it does, it's okay. I would just leave immediately. And like I said, you never know where war is going to happen. You never know at any moment. I've been in active war before. Ukraine. I was in Ukraine in September of last year in active war. And active meaning I was hiding under... I was in a shelter because they were saying, Russian missiles are coming, Russian missiles are coming. And we had to go under the hotel. I've got it on video. So I've been in active war before in Ukraine. But yeah, I'm gonna go, I think, to Iran. Because I was trying to figure out, what is this conflict about? I think the people, the Palestinian people, say that Israel is living on their land. I don't know. See, I don't know. They believe that that's their land. I don't know. I ordered some books online. I want to educate myself. I don't want the internet to educate me. I don't want anybody on the internet to educate me because it's just the internet. You know what I mean? It's just people's opinions, you know? So anyways, I think it's terrible what's going on. Absolutely terrible. But I don't know enough to take a side or to say this person's right, that person's right, this person's wrong, that person's wrong. I see a lot of opinions. So I've had tons of opinions. I've seen that. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for someone to explain to me. Because I've seen a lot of explaining on both sides about why the Palestinians are justified or why the Israel's justified. I have no idea. I don't know. And I don't feel I have to know. Like, why does every human have to have... I feel I should educate myself, which I am, which is why I bought the book. So anyways, I think the world would be a lot better place if everyone kind of stepped back and said, I don't know everything about this situation. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was my assistant. I asked 2 videos ago I need an assistant, and it's so funny. I got tons of emails and I was reading through, and about 60% of the emails I got were saying, I don't want to be your assistant to Japan. I want to be your permanent brand manager. So many of the emails were saying, I don't want to just be your, I said in the video, I'm looking for an assistant to Japan, just the Japan trip. And about 60% of the emails were saying, I don't want to be your assistant to Japan. I want to be your executive assistant for your life, for your, like, forever. And I was saying, I was just asking for an assistant to Japan. Honestly, that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. I'm just looking for an assistant to Japan. I need help with my website, and I have some partnerships lined up in Japan, some hotels I'm working with. Like, the hotel wants me to make a video about their hotel, and like 2 or 3 hotels, and I don't want to do it selfie style. You know, I want someone taking the video of me. I also have a lot of companies asked me, you can put my product on your website, so it's a way we both kind of can benefit. So I'm going to be putting several Japanese products on maryjanesworldtour.com, and I need help with shipping. I've been living at the post office, but I need help shipping. I need help shipping orders. in Japan, and I've already done all the legal stuff to where like find out what I exactly can ship to the US, because that's where all you guys are in the US. So plus I did it before. I was in Japan. Last time I was in Japan, I was in Japan in March, and I did like a few giveaways to where I was just like, comment below if you want. You didn't have to pay any money. I was like, comment below if you want me to send you like a Japan gift pack, like gift box. And I sent gift boxes away to like 7 or 8 people. So I already know what the shipping is like in Japan. I've done it before. I know what I can and can't ship. I know what things I can ship, you know, to the US. And Japan actually has a very, very, very simple and easy, efficient shipping and quick service to the United States, where the package will be there in a few days, like 2 or 3 days, and it's not expensive. It's actually so affordable. Here in the Emirates, it cost me, so say I wanted to ship you this pen, it cost me $30 as a flat rate to ship. Where Japan is so affordable to ship to the US, so affordable. So that's why I was just like, I know it's a great place to put products on my website. So I do need someone. We're gonna be at the post office. Maybe one whole day we'll just spend at the post office, shipping orders out to you guys, because I have a lot of, Japan has the best stuff in the world, the best products, and I'll be putting some really cool stuff on Maryjane's World Tour. Beauty products, but not just beauty. A lot of stuff there, and I need help with that. So, but I don't want an executive assistant because I love my solitude. I love my solitude. I've just grown and adapted so well to being alone doing this thing, traveling the world by myself. It's just how I'm doing this. It's how I'm choosing to do this, by myself, and conquering every country in the world. And I'm just too used to it, too comfortable. So I don't want somebody with me at all times. I just want an assistant to Japan, and the trip will be free for whoever I choose. And then I'll also pay that person. And I haven't selected anybody yet, so that's what the update is. If you did email me about it, I will get back to you. I will get back to every single person who's emailed me saying they're interested. So if I have not reached out to you yet, I will. And I think that's all I kind of wanted to talk about. Today, there's no proper video because I just am getting orders out while I'm my last few days in Dubai and cleaning inventory. I've done inventory to see how much stuff I have left. So yeah, again, if you're interested, all the oils I have, all the Dubai oils are on sale, the real deal. See, you can get, this is the best Amla oil. Oh, it's not focusing. Oh yeah. You see how there's Arabic there? This Amla oil is huge around the world, but you can only get the real deal here in the Middle East. When you buy this oil in the US, or I also bought this in Paris one time. In Paris, I drove past the store and I saw the Amla oil. I was like, oh my gosh, and I bought it. It has so many chemicals. It's a different oil. So you want the ones made in the Middle East. So Egypt or the Emirates or even India. The Indian ones have a lot of chemicals too, right? But in the Emirates, they make it with the good ingredients. And so anyways, that's why I have them on my website, because you could buy this oil. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon, but the real deal can only be bought here in the Middle East. So I have them on my website. You can get 2 of them on sale. I still have the Navranta oils. This is like a oil if you have a very dry scalp, because it makes your whole scalp feel cool. It's got that cooling sensation, and it's known for like the herbs. It has like amla, it's got lotus, it's got almond, it's got it's a mix of oils that are benefiting hair growth. But the thing about this oil is the fact that it's got that cooling effect, so it'll make your scalp feel so good if you have itchy, dry scalp. And also the Rosemary Neem oil, which my camera is sitting on right now. I'll show you. The Rosemary Neem oils, these. Also one of the biggest hair oils in Dubai. It's Rosemary Neem, and it makes your hair grow so long and silky. My camera's sitting on the box, so. So anyways, that's all I kind of wanted to talk about with my bedhead. I didn't get ready yet. I just want to quickly here and make some updates, you know what I'm saying? I prayed, that's what I did. I prayed and I asked God to just help us. The world, it's just going up in flames. The world is just going up in absolute flames, and I don't think it's gonna get any better. You know why I don't think so? Because it says it in the Bible. It says in the Bible that things are just gonna keep getting worse. More war, more natural disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, and you're just seeing it unfold. It says in the Bible in the last days that it will just be natural disasters galore. People will just hate each other. Right will be wrong, wrong will be right. Wars will outbreak more and more and more. I don't think we're going to see less war. I think we're going to see more and more and more. And conflict, and evil will be good, and good will be evil. That's what I think. So I just pray constantly for just, what can you do? What can you do? So I do hope that Israel and Palestine can live in peace one day. And I know it sounds far-fetched, but I mean, stranger things have happened. But I know what I witnessed was absolute pure evil, terrible. And I had to ask God to wipe that out of my mind, because I saw videos of the Hamas raping women, mutilating bodies that were already dead, just decapitating them, and it was just horrible. And the one that got me was the woman being captured. She was about my age, and can you imagine your fiance has to watch you? They made the fiance watch his fiance being captured, and the Hamas were saying to him, we're gonna rape her to death and we're gonna torture her. And she was just screaming, and her fiance just had this look of defeat, like, what can you do? And when terrorists are taking your it's just, that one stuck with me. That's the one that I couldn't get out of my mind. Absolutely, like, just, it's a good reminder when we complain, right? When you and I complain about our lives, it's just like, we don't know what true horror to live in, true horror is. It's just, can you imagine you watching your dad being decapitated by a terrorist? Absolutely horrible. Heading to more of the Middle East before I go off to Japan. And pray for me, you guys, if you feel like it, that I do not, that I don't run into harm's way when I'm traveling. But other than that, I'm fearless. I don't feel afraid, and I'm grateful I'm still here, and that I haven't been in one of those situations which is horrible. But you never know what can happen. So I just stay prayed up, and I trust God, and I'm gonna keep conquering these countries. Until I'm finished every country in the world, I'm gonna keep going. Love you guys. See you in tomorrow's video, which is actually really cool, tomorrow's video. So see you then. Bye.